The characteristics of organisms are made of cells, requires energy, food, reproduce, maintain homeostasis, organize it, respond to environment, grow and develop, exchange material with surroundings, entre parentheses water, wastes and gases, the levels of organization, non-living, atom, that is an element, molecule, like compounds, carbohydrates and proteins, organelles, nucleus, ER, Golgi. Living levels, cells made up of all tissue, cells working together, organ, heart, brain, and stomach, organ system, respiratory and circulatory organism. Living levels continued. Population, one of the species in area. Community, several population in area. Ecosystem, forest. Biome, tundra, tropical, and rainforest. And the biosphere. El primero en ver una célula fue en 1665. Robert Hooke usó un microscopio para examinar una slice de una planta y dijo que se veían como pequeñas cajas, y él es el responsable de llamar a las células cells, porque dijo que lucían como pequeños cuartos donde los monjes vivían. Anton van Leeuwenhoek en 1673. Leeuwenhoek con un microscopio fue el primero en ver un organismo vivo. Leeuwenhoek usó un microscopio así sencillo de mano y dice que vio un poquito de agua y mugre de su diente. En 1838, un German botanist named Matthias Scheiden concluyó que todas las plantas estaban hechas de células, y él es el cofundador de Cell Theory. En 1839, un German zoologist named Theodor Schwann concluyó que todos los animales estaban hechos de células y es el cofundador de la Cell Theory. En 1855, un German medical doctor named Rudolf Buch observó bajo un microscopio cómo las células estaban dividiendo y razonó que todas las células estaban previniendo de una preexistente célula, y que es la cell division. La cell theory. All living things made of cells are the basic unit of structure and function in all organisms. Cells come from the reproduction of existing cells, the cell division. Endosymbiotic theory. In 1970, American biologist Lynn Marcus provided evidence that some organisms within cells were at one time free living cells themselves. Supporting evidence included organelles with their own DNA, chloroplasts, and mitochondria. Modern cell theory, there are 4 statements, and are: the cells contain hereditary information, the DNA, which is passed from cells to another cell in the cell division. Cell's activity depends on the activity of subcellular structure within the cell, organelles, nucleus, plasma, and membrane. The cell size. The cellular basic units of organism can be only observed from under a microscope. The 3 basic types of cells include animal cell, plant cell, and bacterial cell. Number of cells. All living things are made of cells. Organisms might be unicellular, composed of one cell. Multicellular, composed by many cells. Multicellular organism. Cells in multicellular organisms often specialize, take of different shapes and functions. Cell specialization. Cells in a multicellular organism become specialized by turning different genres. Unicellular, composed by one. Multicellular, composed by many cells. Might be organized into tissues, etc. The size are the plant cell, the animal, and then the bacteria. This is known as a differentiation. Specialized animal cells, muscle cells, red blood cells, and sheath cells. Specialized plant cells, xylem cells, pollen, and wart cells. Prokaryote, the first cell. Cells that are lacking nucleus or membrane, bone, organelles, including bacteria. Simplest type of cell, single, circulatory chromosome. Nucleus region, entre parentheses, center, cierra parentheses, contains the DNA surrounded by a cell membrane and cell wall, abre parentheses, peptidoglycan, cierra paréntesis, contain ribosomes, abre paréntesis, no membrane, cierra, in their cytoplasms, to make proteins. Eukaryotes, cells that have a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, including protists, fungi, plants, and animals. More complex type of cells contain three basic cell structures: nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, with organelles. Organelles, very small, perform various functions for a cell, found in the cytoplasm, and may or may not be membrane bound. Cell membrane, composed of a double layer of phospholipids and proteins, surround outside of cells, control what enters or leaves the cell. Phospholipids contain glycerin and phosphate and hydrophobic. These are made of fatty acids that are hydrophobic, can move laterally to allow the small molecules to enter. Cell membrane proteins. Protein helps to move large molecules or aid in cell recognition. Peripheral proteins are attached on a surface. Integral proteins are implemented completely through the membrane. DNA is the hereditary material of the cell. Genes that make up of DNA molecule code for different proteins. Basic transport, a process that does not require energy to move molecules from high to low concentration. Diffusion is the movement of small particles across the selectively permanent membrane like the cell membrane until equilibrium is reached. These particles move from an area from high concentration to an area of low concentration. Osmosis is the diffusion of water through the selectively permeable membrane like the cell membrane. Water diffuses across the membrane from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Facilitated diffusion is the movement of large molecules like glucose through the cell membrane. Large molecules must be helpers. Active transport. The active transport is the movement of molecules from low to high concentration. It requires energy. Proteins in the cell membrane form channels for large molecules to pass through. Proteins that form channels, pores, that are called protein channels. Endocytosis and exocytosis is the mechanism by which very large molecules such as food and wastes get into out of the cell.